Hi, today I will be talking about the Ethiopian culture, and my name is Taij'a Jones. So, this is the content that will be discussed throughout this presentation. I will give you a self introduction, I will talk about the location, the language spoken, attractions, the history of Ethiopia, religion, clothing that's worn, food, celebrations, and sports within this country. All right, an introduction. Hi, my name is Taij'a Jones again, and I am an African American woman. I chose to learn more about the Ethiopian culture because I don't know much about any cultures that reside in Africa, and I believe that this would be a good way for me to begin learning. Although I don't know much about Africa, it is definitely one of the countries that I want to visit. I want to explore the countries that are in Africa and see what they look like for myself rather than hearing about them. A lot of what we see on the television is just like the struggles, but I want to experience their strengths and all the above. Location. Ethiopia is a country that is located in East Africa. As I said earlier, it is surrounded by the following countries: South Sudan, Kenya, Somalia, Sudan, Eritrea, and Djibouti. Right here is a little map that of where it resides in Africa. The language spoken. The country of Ethiopia has many languages that are spoken. The main language, which kids have learned since birth, is called Amharic. It is often referred to as the first language spoken. These are some of the attractions that reside in Ethiopia. As you can see, this first one right here is the Rift Valley Lakes, just a really big lakes. It's just really pretty scenery. And then this other one is called Debre Damo. And then this last one right here is this really tall building, and it's called Axum Obelisk. All right, so now I'm going to talk about the history of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is one of the oldest countries in Africa. Its, civiliz- its civilization dates back thousands of years, giving it a rich and ancient past. The the Aksumite Empire was based there. It was among the first nations to embrace Christianity. Ethiopia has maintained its independence throughout history, especially by defeating Italian invaders in the Battle of Adwa in 1896. Ethiopia became a federal state under the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front, following the overthrow of the Derg in 1991. And right here is a picture of the Ethiopian men when they were during the war. And this is just another picture of Ethiopia. Now I'm going to get into the religion. There are many religions in Ethiopia, but the main ones include Christianity, Islam, and the Ethiopian Jewish community. Right here, I included a pie chart which shows the different religions in Ethiopia. Clothing. So this is some traditional clothing that's worn in Ethiopia. So I included like the woman, and then I included a man as well, a male as well, and just so you can see what he wears and what they wear as well. Food. Ethiopian cuisine typically centers around bread, which is used as a vessel for spicy meats and vegetables. Ethiopians typically eat with their hands, with bread, scooping up stews, meats, and sauces. I feel like if I was to go to Africa and eat Ethiopian food, this would be the best part. Literally the best part. All right, these are some of the celebrations that are celebrated in Ethiopia. So there are five major celebrations in Ethiopia, which include Timkat, Meskel, Ashenda, Jena, and Enkutash, Tatahash. And then, so I'm going to get into some of the celebrations and describe them more. Okay, so the Timkat celebration. The Timkat celebration is the celebration of Epiphany in Ethiopia. It is celebrated on January 19th. The festival is built around the baptism of Jesus Christ and is a national holiday for them. It is a 3 day celebration in the country, and the most important day is the 19th. So, yes, this is a 3 day celebration, but the most important day is January 19th. So, here are a few pictures that I found of them during the Timkat celebration. Now, onto the next one, it will be the Meskel celebration. The Ethiopian Orthodox and Eritrean Orthodox churches define Meskel as a Christian holiday. It honors the Roman Empress Helena's discovery of the true cross in the 4th century. Meskel takes place on September 27th. Meskel Square in the Addis Ababa capital hosts the main national feast for this holiday. Here's a picture that I found when I searched up the Mescal celebration. Now I'm going to get into one of the last ones that I will talk about. I will be talking about the Ashenda celebration. Ashenda is a vibrant annual festival celebrated in Ethiopia, originating from the celebration of the Assumption of St. Mary. It holds significant culture importance for Ethiopian women, particularly for those from the Tigrian, Amhara, and Agru communities. The festival, which usually occurs from August 16th to August 26th, is distinguished by customary festivities such as the adornment of celebration gowns with tall grass. Ashenda, I've heard of this celebration before. That's why I really wanted to research more and more about it. And that's why I chose that out of one of the five to talk about and explain more. All right, now I will be talking about sports in Ethiopia. Sports in Ethiopia are extremely important. The sports that are highly favored is basketball, football, along with distance running. So right here is the Ethiopians team for track. They're over here running, and then in this picture is them playing football, as they would say, and it is like basically like their soccer. And this is the Ethiopian team for that. All right, so these are some of my references, and yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and yeah.